Inspector General of Police Usman Akali has approved the posting of the new DCP Tunji Disu as the IGP Intelligence Response Team. This is coming after the indictment of the former DCP Abba Kyari. We call him the Super Cop. What lessons should the police learn from this? Apart from the police, what lessons should we Nigerians also learn from this? This is an award-winning super police. Let's quickly join our reviewers for more deliberation on this. I'll be right back. These diverse views at News Joints, of course, here with me, Mr. Felix. Good morning to you.
Morning, sir. Well done, sir.
Welcome once again. It's been a while.
Well, it's just the economic situation that has affected some of us.
Wow.
We are trying to re-strategize
Wow.
to see how we can come back to the normal way of life.
Wow.
So that has really been why we've not been seeing.
There has been these talks around, especially in Nigeria here, about Abba Kyari, DCP. We call him the Super Cop, Super Police, an award-winning police officer. Was really the problem. This man is not a poor person. You know, he's not a poor person, and he found himself in this kind of mess. What do you think is really wrong?
Well, nobody's above mistake. Until Abba Kyari is found guilty from the court of law, the media is just speculating. They've actually, the FBI have actually called him. The court of jurisdiction over there are going to try him. They are going to hear his own side of view before we can actually conclude. Now he has not been convicted. They need to hear his own view. What actually happened? What is the deal they did? That how this money got into his account? We'll be able to explain. Until this man is found guilty, we cannot say he's corrupt. But this is a lesson to officers that whatsoever you reap, you will definitely sow. If you reap a bad thing, you are going to reap a bad thing. If you reap a good thing, you are going to reap a good thing. It's just a lesson that because you are in power does not mean the law cannot catch up on you. One thing or the other can happen. You understand? Abba Kyari never thought that the law can catch up on Hush Puppy, and looking at the old scenario, things may turn out is on two sides. It may turn out good for him, and it may also turn out bad for him. And one thing again I want to say is that the way at which our federal government and the general reacted to it by actually fast tracking the issue. If that is how they've been fast tracking issues in Nigeria, I believe Nigeria will be a better place to live, and a lot of people will be very happy. But in fact, I was surprised. Look at the way Attorney General speed the whole thing. Oh yeah, let him go over there. Why people are dying in Nigeria? They fell on concern. They fell on challenge attitude. People agitating for freedom. Nnamdi Kanu, Sunday Igboho, agitating. Rather, they are molesting them, trying to put them down that they should not say anything. It's quite unfortunate.
Now, let's quickly digress a little. Abba Kyari, what lessons have you learned from him?
The former boss of EFCC is the one who back Nigerian money is Hausa. Hello? This Abba Kyari is what? Is Hausa. So nothing, we have known them, but people don't want to call them by their name. That these people who is eating Nigerian sweat, who is eating Nigerian money, oil money they give the people who own the oil money, they give them 3%. When you talk of police, the head of police is Malam. When you talk of army, the head of army is Malam. So what are we saying? So Abba Kyari own is their national anthem. They say Nigeria belongs to them. There is no evil that is going in this nation that Malam is not aware of. They know when money come in, they know when money go out. Bringing the change in this nation was owned by Malam, and it's Nigerian business It's Nigerian money they are using to run Burundi change. So we know they want to say who will talk. Enoch Adebo is there. He's not saying anything. Oyedibo is there. He's not saying anything. All they are facing is church money, duping people in the name of God. So anytime they are ready to come and talk and fight for their freedom, let them come out as a man of God, because I don't believe when they say something anybody will challenge them. But they see the situation of the condition of this nation. They don't want to say anything. Tunde Bakari now is annoyed because Buhari is no more giving him the right that he's giving. We know.
All right, thank you so much, Disney. I really appreciate you for coming on board. Thank you so much.
So Mark Merchandise, I still want to chip something
Okay.
about Igbo and Nnamdi Kanu.
All right.
My brother, if you hold a child something and lift up your hand, if your hand begin to pain you, you must release it to the child. You must bring your hand down and give it to the child. It's an adage. Igbo is fighting for what belongs to him. Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for what belongs to him. Igbo youth, we are angry. October 2nd, we are waiting them. I think they've denied us to see Nnamdi Kanu, and they believe that maybe we don't know what they are doing. Whatever that goes up must surely come down. Why I say so? Who hold person for ground fighting him is holding himself, because when you hold a person on the ground hoping that you are fighting the person and you are winning the person and you are holding the person on the ground, you are holding yourself. Nnamdi Kanu, we are watching them. If anything happened to that young man, it's a sign.
All right.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mike.
Thank you so much. Move down to Abba Kyari, DCP Abba Kyari. We call him the Super Cop. Do you think what he has involved, the mess he has gotten himself into, is a disgrace to the Nigerian police force?
We know before that Nigeria police force are disgrace to themselves, because those are the only people that when you want to do protest for Nigeria, police will use live bullet. Nigeria police are turned to something they don't have value again. We don't have value, because if we have opportunity to just scrap police comot for Nigeria, I will support it, because they have spoiled everything. If they have opportunity to say anything concern police, they bring a new security that will replace them in Nigeria. It will be a very, very good, you understand, good something. But I think that cannot possible. But Abba Kyari should go and face anybody that is guilty of such should go and face the trial. If Abba Kyari found that he is innocent the way he is saying, he should go to America and clear his heart and his doubt that I did not do it. But not by yet. Thank God that some people in police system don't want their name to be damaged, and that is why they are doing what they are doing. And I believe when I won Abba Kyari last month ago, when he went to East to kill people, and he would say, "I have killed yourself, we go and kill our innocent youth in the East." But now I said here that the day that Abba Kyari cup will full, he will know that you cannot share the blood of innocent people and go scot-free. That is what is happened to him. He must follow the tune. And time go come, Buhari, our youth wey una kill for Lekki toll gate, all of una go dance to that music wey una play so.
Of course, we've been talking about insecurity, we've been talking about the economic meltdown, talking about all sorts of things, challenges we have been faced with in Nigeria, but the one that has taken the whole world by storm, or by surprise, is that of DCP Abba Kyari. Of course, he has been replaced with Tunji Disu as the head of the IGP intelligence team or squad. Now, what do you think really happened? What has led a corps, a multiple award-winning corps, to that kind of act? Because it's still surprising when you look at the awards this man has won. you doubt if he could do such, or if he could involve himself in that kind of fraudulent act. Though he has not been judged finally, not had the outcome of the judgment, but how do you feel seeing this kind of man in this kind of big mess?
Thank you very much, Mr. Mike. Matthew is here once more. Let me quickly mention that Abba Kyari is not under trial in the court of public opinion. Let me quickly mention that Abba Kyari is innocent until proven otherwise by a court of competent jurisdiction. Even as he's already been accused of taking bribe. What I can understand is, in Nigeria and globally, there are two phases of prosecution. One is in the court of public opinion and one is the legal courts. So in as much as we are interested in getting our system rid of corruption, we should avoid the temptation of convicting people in the court of public opinion. Having said that, I think the world is already a global village. That best explains the reason it's easy for somebody to be in Nigeria and is accused of crime in America, in Dubai, in London, and so on and so forth. Then looking at the accusation against Abba Kyari, I equally believe that American system, they have a working system, that before you are accused, they would have gathered enough intelligence, enough evidence. I want to use Ibori case to buttress it. When Ibori was tried in Nigeria, he was decided and acquitted. But when he got to London and he was confronted with overwhelming evidence, he pleaded guilty. You see the difference between a country that does diligent investigation and the one that doesn't do that. Then again, looking at some people that is saying that Abba Kyari is a Nigerian, he doesn't have dual citizenship of America and Nigeria. As such, that extraditing to America will amount to affront on Nigerian sovereignty. Personally, I do not see it that way. Because if you look at Nigerian-American extradition treaty of 1931, that treaty was established in 1931. It came into effect in 1935. And if you look at Article 3, subsection 22 of that act, that extradition treaty, that is what deals with this issue where Abba Kyari is involved, talking about bribery. And if you look at American legal system, their legal jurisprudence, it tells you that their system gives them leverage of extraterritorial jurisdiction. And there are instances where America have exercised it. So saying that America cannot extradite Abba Kyari from Nigeria to America to face prosecution, I think it's wrong. Then again, what they need to do is, because now he has been suspended, and it is Police Service Commission that have the right and mandate to discipline, hire, fire a police officer as the case may be. In this circumstance, police have done their preliminary investigation, recommended his suspension to Police Service Commission, and consequent upon that, he has been suspended by the Police Service Commission. Now the next phase is they will now carry out an investigation. After the police have done their investigation, they will now submit all their report to Police Service Commission, who will now review it and take necessary action. But let me quickly mention that even after the Police Service Commission must have arrived on a decision to take, whether to dismiss him, whether to demote him, whichever way it goes, that they need to go back to a Nigerian court through the Attorney General of Federation in Nigeria to decide whether the process of extraditing him to America to face prosecution. But ultimately, if he's found wanting, I think the law permits that he will be extradited to America to face prosecution. Then again, looking at America as a sovereign state and Nigeria as a sovereign state, I don't think the regular corruption in Nigerian system will prevail in this circumstance. Because I think every personality involved is going to be wary of what they do. Because nobody wants to be in the bad book of America. Not even a Nigerian state wants to be in the bad book of America. So to that extent, I think Nigerian government and all the personalities involved in all the processes leading to his extradition, they are going to make sure they do the needful, they do the right thing, they follow due process. But ultimately, I'm not vilifying him, I'm not condemning him, because I do not have the mandate to condemn him. I'm not a court, but let the right thing be done.
Thank you very much.
What lessons do you derive from this? And what advice would you give to Nigerian police hanging out with celebrities?
In as much as I'm not condemning him, but there is a saying that says that those that live in glass houses should not throw stones. Because this is somebody by training who is a prosecutor, who investigates. Now he's been accused. For me, I think the right thing to do in the first place is even for Abba to tell the whole world, to tell Nigerians that yes, waive all the necessary process. Let me go there and clear my name. Because one of the situations where Mr. President is touted as somebody who is fighting corruption, as Mr. Integrity. And for me, this is even like a litmus test for Mr. President to prove to the world that actually you are a man of your word, you do not condone corruption. So to that extent, I expected Mr. President to give a marching order to everybody involved to expedite action so that we get to the root of this thing as soon as possible.
Does it have any negative effect on the Nigerian police force?
That will depend on the outcome of the whole process. But again, don't forget that American system is very efficient. America will be following through in all the process and processes as Nigerian system is undergoing this process. So if they try to circumvent any rule, I think American government will point it out. So that's why Nigerian government have to be very careful and do a diligent assignment so that they don't end up ridiculing Nigeria as an entity. Because if you look at the way it stands, Nigeria is on trial. Abba is on trial. Nigerian police on trial. So you have a mandate to try to save Nigeria's image, his own image, and the image of police.
That's Odua People's Communications
Odua
TV.
People's Communications TV. We hail you, Oga Kwata Kwata, Mr. CEO. I hail
Prince
you. Good morning,
Ochimote.
sir. Prince Ochimote, I greet you. I throw a salute from Ogba Axis of Lagos.
All right, Raphael, thank you
And
so much.
good morning to all of you that are watching us today.
All right, thank you so much. Okay, Raphael, this is a serious issue and it has called for serious concern.
Yeah.
Now, does it mean the overhauling of security sectors we've been talking about, Nigerians have been clamoring for many years ago,
It's taking
has
place now.
not been executed or implemented by the Nigerian government or what? Take a look at what happened to DCP Abba Kyari'S. This is a well-respected police officer.
Super Cup.
Super Cup.
Achievement Award. Super Courage Award.
Diverse awards.
Many awards this guy bagged in the recent times. I'm telling you that this guy single-handedly arrested the most notorious kidnapper, the richest kidnapper in the world. Evans Ohamadike from Anambra State. He arrested the kidnappers, bandits across the country, Boko Haram leaders, all of them. This man to his own credits. But what is going on, Mike? Look, let me tell you, when the handshake passes our elbow, it becomes another thing. You can see the achievement of the so-called Lieutenant General Brutai, who is now the current ambassador to Benin Republic. All his achievements made him to remain there. I think you understand. For how many years? More than his tenure. More than any serving chief of army staff in Nigeria. Let me tell you, Mike. It is not about name. It is not about achievement this time around. It is about legacy you left. It is about integrity and dignity of a man. You live up to the expectations of the people or from the people. Because when you serve as a security chief, you must live up to example. You must live by exilium. Let me not speak so much English. You must live by example, an exemplary life. When Brutai was there, we know how he was doing everything, flouting law, rules and regulations, flouting court orders, going extra mile. Because of what? Because of approval from Mr. President. Because of the kind of support and love Buhari has for him. Because of what I believe is called favoritism or nepotism. Let me tell you, let me come to Abba Kyari'S, the Super Cup. that went to Abia State and killed many IPOB members, and killed many the supposedly Mazop members, and killed many bandits and thieves in the mid-belts. Let me tell you, the guy, he has achieved a lot in the service of his what so-called fatherland. Because I don't believe that Nigeria is his fatherland. All these people, because they're imported over from the Sahel, Africa. Let me tell you.
From Borno State.
Hey, from Borno State anyway. Let me tell you. During Gidona Oka coup, you guys are young then. Gidona Oka coup said, exclude Kano State, Northeast, that they're not part of Nigeria. Exclude all this Katsina and Sokoto, that they're not part of Nigeria. Let me tell you, that young man's prophecy is happening today. I mean, April 22 coup of 1990, Gidona Oka, let Gidona Oka, a bright colonel from Benue State. Let me tell you, he said, remove these people. They are not part of us. He said he's going to do it. But when the coup failed, we started our struggle, Banana Republic, rat race. Let me tell you, in favor of Abba Kyari, I know he worked hard.
What do you perceive will be the outcome of the judgment?
The outcome of the judgment.
The Federal Bureau of Investigation really need him in the United States.
Michael, that is court rule. That is court order. That is to tell you the kind of justice system the states run.
In America.
Thank you, the states runs. Let me tell you, court give order to Federal Bureau of Investigation of the United States of America to fetch Abba Kyari, the super cop of this country. Let me tell you, could be that Abba Kyari discharge his official functionality given to him. FBI will have no right to be here. American court will have no right to give that kind of directive. Are you listening to me, Mike? Abba Kyari was the one that arrested Ohamadike, the richest kidnappers in the world. Can we just throw more light on that? Abba Kyari arrested Evans. Fine, that is all we know. I want the whole Nigerians to check Abba Kyari. Abba Kyari stole money, large quantity of dollars in cash from Evans' house. He broke into Evans' house, took Evans away. Then what happened? Later to those cash, dollars, gold, diamond. Nobody knows. That is Nigeria for you. Because he has done well. Then other things sprang up. Nobody could know about it. Could that happen in America? Because CIA went to Pakistan. Do you understand? FBI, CIA, American SEAL, Navy SEAL. Do you understand? They went to Pakistan, killed and abducted the body, the corpse of Osama bin Laden, took him to the White House. Does not mean or did not mean that those US forces looted gold in the house of Osama bin Laden, stole his dollars, stole his diamond. They did not steal anything from that man. That is people with pure hearts. That is when you have justice in place in a country. That is when the rule of law is at the head, is used properly, the way it should be. That is when we see justice not being swayed. S-W-A-Y-E-D. You don't sway justice because we are in such position.
If this was revealed in Nigeria, what do you think?
I'm coming, Michael. The gold, the gold, the diamond, the dollars cash discovered at Evans or Hamadika house after Super Cop Abba Kyari arrested him. Where are they? Don't you know that we are into investigative journalism?
More stories are springing up.
More stories are springing up, and we are taking it up
So it's not
to the social media
So it's not matter of Hush Puppy alone.
to unveil it to the world. No, the job now is that Hush Puppy was favored by Abba Kyari. Abba Kyari did not discharge his duty the way he should. He, in connivance with Hush Puppy, ate that young man's money. Vincent, somebody from Anambra State. Are you listening to me? He did not do what he should. he should do. He did not do what he was supposed to do. That is why this issue springs up.
Now, what I was trying to say the other time is that if Oshopi was arrested in Nigeria,
Yeah.
and this case was revealed, and maybe Oshopi by adventure, pointed out Abba Kyari,
Nobody will follow it up. Mike, nobody. Nobody will listen to Hot Puppy.
because of the corrupt system
Thank
we have.
you. The system we have here, the justice system we have, the legal system we have. Sorry, Nigerian lawyers and barristers. You see cheats and call it perfume
They would have
with
buried
a
the
lot of evidences that springs from nowhere. I don't know where people are coming out with
They would have
your
buried-
evil
they
schemes.
would have buried the
Nigerian
case.
lawyers, you would have denied Hot Puppy what is his right to say the truth, his right to rope in Abba Kyari. But this time around, true justice will play it out. It will prevail.
Which means they would have buried the case simply because
Abba Kyari is in government. Abba Kyari is Buhari's boy. He's a super cop. He's working for SAS. He's working for Police Service Commission. They are the one that appointed him. Who are you to accuse Abba Kyari? Are you not an internet scammer? Don't tell us that.
as the head of the IG intelligence team.
Thank you so much. At the scene, back of the scene, Abba Kyari will dole out like $1 million and give IG $500,000 to Lai Mohammed, $200,000 to all the police commissioners in Nigeria. Nobody will hear this matter.
The former IG needs to be prosecuted.
Idris.
Or to be investigated. Sorry.
Idris should be investigated.
It should be investigated.
Mike,
The
if you
former
expand the tentacles of this story,
Yeah.
what transpired within the premises of Kyari, Which Puppies Gates,
The former IG will be involved.
come in. This is our system here in Nigeria. It is a place where all things are possible, not the one possibility from God Almighty and me.
Okay, Raphael,
The kind of things that are possible here in Nigeria, all crimes, all manner of kills and cures, all manner of kills and anomalies, everything are possible in Nigeria here. Vices of all sorts are possible in Nigeria because we are running an illegal government. Michael, the leadership of Buhari is fallible. That's why we have all this. Full of fallacy, full of denials. Denial of obvious. The obvious.
This coming on to Abba Kyari, the CP, the respected and reputable police officer, who some allegations have been leveled against
by the FBI.
by the FBI, which was said by Abbas himself, popularly known as Osh Poppy. Now, how do you see it, and what do you think would happen to this man? Of course, we've not really, gotten the outcome of the whole thing, the whole situation. But as a Nigerian, how do you feel about this situation? There is a man that has worked hard in the Nigerian police.
And best of the best cop we have
best
now.
of the best.
We have
Now,
now.
don't you think this is a disgrace and a shame to the Nigerian police force?
That is why there's a very serious problem with Nigerian police. We need to look beyond Abba Kyari case with FBI now. We need to bring back our strategy on Nigerian police. What is the problem with Nigerian police force? You know, they used to be force, Nigerian police, NPN before. They had to remove that force to see whether things will change.
Maybe they should use Nigerian police.
Police, yes. So what I'm saying now is the problem with Nigerian police is so enormous that they have to gather some elites, technocrat elites that will come around and fish out the problem within Nigerian police, because it's a foundational problem they've been having. Before you join Nigerian police, the process you go through has already make you, to drift towards corruption, right? The Abba Kyari case, there are thousands of Abba Kyari in Nigerian police that have been involved in such acts. It's just that Abba Kyari was just unfortunate that it was in the foreign, a very civil country, civilized country, democratic, one of the best democratic country in the world, that the story emanated from. Now, what am I saying? If you want to stop all these embarrassments,
if you want to stop all this, embarrassment on the country, you have to go deep down. At least we have Minister for Police Affairs. We have Police Service Commission. This is the right time for them to purify the system, because an average policeman is meant to, go any length to fend for himself, because the welfare they have, there is nothing to write home about. Their welfare is nothing to write home about.
Okay, Kyari is not poor.
He's not poor, but who made him rich? Is it not the system we're talking of that made him rich? What's his salary? If you want to check out the corrupt system that made him rich, it's not his career that made him rich. It's the corrupt system. Because when you look at an average policeman, the take-home pay alone is, out of the take-home pay, you have to bribe for you to be fixed in a juicy area, or for you to be fixed in a juicy checkpoint or juicy, location to where you make your money, and you still make the money, you give back the return. You see, we are just deceiving ourselves. And the politicians, they fail to address this, because these are same people they use as escorts. Majority of them that they're supposed to be protecting us, they withdraw them as special protection unit, SPU, and how many are now left? And the few that are left, they are overwhelmed with jobs. That's why if you get to any station and that you want to report a case, they will tell you what's the value of the case. I've been there before that. I gave an electrician my TV to repair. He collected money, he collected everything. I didn't see my money. The next question they asked me was, how much does the TV value? I said 75,000. They said no, we don't attend to such cases. Can you imagine that? So, but if I've taken millions of naira case there, they will listen to me. So that's the level our forcemen have degenerated to. So the issue of Abba Kyari is one out of many, one out of thousands policemen. If you go around now, up to the high ranking ones, they give returns. We know this, except we are hiding ourselves. And who turned them to this level there is the government. Use and dump. They use them for security, they dump them. So the problem will still keep continue until we find the fundamental cause, the roots of why our police like this.
Thank you so
They
much.
go out, they perform well. When they go on foreign mission, Nigerian police, give it to them. But when they come back to this, I don't know whether there's something on this ground. There's a evil force on this ground. Immediately you are landing in that Muritala Mohammed, that force will grip you and you start misbehaving.
It's well. Thank you
It's
so
quite
much.
funny, man.
Thank you. Now, away from that, let's quickly, because of the sound of this speaker there.
Yes.
Now, what advice would you give to the Nigerian police that are also, involved in fraudulent acts? Look at what happened to Abba Kyari discipline, because he has been suspended by the PSC, that's the Police Service Commission, has been suspended. What advice would you give to police heads, police Nigerians aspiring to come into that office? What advice would you give to them?
You see, if you come to corruption has been deeply in Nigeria, mostly on government level. Any individual like Hospoki who were able to commit this type of crime, where a government official is behind him, Now, Nigerian police have already been corrupt. And to remove corruption from Nigerian police or Nigerian armed forces or from Nigerian government officials is not easy. This is why everybody said, let us disintegrate. Let everybody go and mind his own home. I am sure if this Abba Kyari This nation is a purely friendly nation. He cannot commit this crime. They will get him immediately. Southeast governors, we embezzle money. We maltreat us. When we rise up, they run to Abuja, use federal might against us. This is why this Nigeria will never be.
All right, thank you so much.
Corruption is here too much.
Right.
But thank God, it was FBI of America explosive. Had it been FBI of America, it don't come from top. Nigerian police will cover it. Nothing can happen to Abba Kyari'S.
Covered it because of the achievements of the man.
With achievements.
Super Cup for that matter.
Super Cup, what the Super is superring now. Superring now in fraudulent. That's it. So you have that working. May God deliver us in Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Omo Biafra. Onara Konora. Oyandro Mabubre Chande Chembenile. Happy Obiara Konora. Namdi Kalo Chuka Bagume. Papa Gabino. Naha Jesus. Amen.
We really appreciate you for joining us on today's edition of this program. Make sure you join us next time on the same platform. I remain Michael Adepule. Behind the camera is Efe Johnson, keeping it real with me. Okay, you can join us on our social media and those displayed on the screen. Really appreciate you. Bye for now.